Hey guys! Hello, good evening everyone. Ooh, sorry I'm late. It's been busy and I was like going in circles of forgetting something, so finally I'm here. So, how my fellow viewers are? How are you all doing, guys? Hope everything is alright. So, on Friday we switched the stream for the Sunday again because I went to see Deadpool and it was amazing. The new Deadpool movie was amazing. So, who do we have here? Yeah. Good evening, guys. Wait, just a second. Always good. So today we will be ghostifying my next army project, which is kinda Nighthaunt, but with goblins, trolls, and squigs. I already like teased you in a teaser. So I'd like to have potential ability to play this army both as a Nighthaunt or Gloomspite Gitz. So it depends how I will feel, and I will deal with the base sizes later. So I already done a few of them already. So since Friday, I've sculpted 2 additional little squiggies, little ghost squigs. So this is the first one. So it's like a smaller version of the big one, the big colossal squig. And this one, this is a slightly bigger mouth. And they are being printed at this very moment in my studio. So once this stream is done, I'm gonna rush to my other studio and like clean them, like finish, turn off the printer and clean it so they are ready tomorrow. Alright, let me just show you few others what we have. I know I already like showed you 2 times. However, I improved our hero unit, this Wailing Wizard, as I called him. I've kind of resculpted his hood at this like Goblin boss level spikes. And he's gonna be an interesting model because he will have a magnet here and he will have this unique position of him floating, just holding for the staff. And of course, me being me, so I'd like to magnetize him and use him for different occasions. So we have this. Also we have his non-raid, non-staff variation. We have our colossal ghost. Thank you very much for the sub. We have our colossal ghost. This is gonna be a big model. Of course, I will bring him to the big base. And yeah, so enough of the showcase, let's go to work. So I have this older troll model I've sculpted. It was, I think, last year. And we're gonna ghostify him. And that means that we're gonna be deleting a bunch of stuff. So his legs needs to be gone and a belt. So we have something like this. Now let's start with the head. So delete both of his eyes, because he will be screaming great, so he will not need them. And let's start shaping his head. I'd like to save a lot of resins on this army. And that means that I'd like to follow the same pattern and make them kind of hollow, like this spectral imagery, how to say it. So it looks like a ghost, like this Night Hound style with what Games Workshop done. Alright, let's start sculpting. Let's start reshaping his head. Whoa, that was too powerful. Let's tone it down back to 290. Oh, that's too low. Let's go 480. And by the way, guys, tomorrow, live on stream, we're gonna be painting the Skaven, first piece of the Skaven set. Because whole day tomorrow I will be priming it. And in the evening, we're gonna be painting. And that's gonna be awesome. So, I'm gonna hollow his eyes. Make him kind of bigger eye opening. Because I always like these images of ghosts having like no eyes, like these empty eye sockets. Just scary looking face expressions. Hello Balint! Have you seen the GK3 Ultra? You told us a couple months ago that another GK2 would be nice. Do you think that the GK3 Ultra would be sufficient? Well, I've seen it and I'm still looking at it. What really intrigued me is the bigger building plate. I think this is the only upgrade. Am I correct? So yeah, I'll keep my eyes on it. Need to like check all the like upgrades. But if you know, Balin, you can tell me what's the difference between GK2 and GK3 Ultra? Is it just a building plate or is it anything else? Okay, this could do, because I definitely could use a printer with a bigger building plate. Please do I'm gonna. Yeah, sure. Just type it along the way. What I will be getting for sure is their cleaning station, because mine is like Anycubic and it's years old and it's super dirty, man. If you see how incredibly dirty it is, it's almost like unusable. Like from every, now it's functioning well, don't get me wrong, but from every angle, whenever you touch it, it's like sticky from resin and it's nasty. So that I will be getting for sure. But I have to say, like, confidently that once I change the fab filter, the GK2 is printing flawlessly again. Like, it's producing flawless prints like when I get it first time. So I even like increased the retraction speed. So now it's almost double the printing speed, which with the loose fab filter, with the previous loose fab filter, was not possible, because it happened that the resin was sticking to the fab filter due to its due to its elasticity, right? But now it's printing. Oh, I know it's. I was wondering why the brush is not performing properly. And I know now. Let me check one thing. By the way, I've seen Deadpool on Friday and it's easily the best movie this year. Easily, it was absolutely amazing. It was probably the best Marvel movie since Infinity War. Well, the printing base is the only difference. Okay, so yeah, so I understood it properly. Well, it's still the big plus to me, because as you know, I'm printing big stuff, so I could use it. But for the ordinary user who will not be printing huge chunks of terrain or big pieces of terrain, the GK2 will suffice. Definitely. What's the price? What's the price of the GK3? Is it over 1K? Bro, 1.2K. Oh yeah, that's pricey. That's pricey. Now, logically, if you will not print like the huge pieces of terrain, then GK2 would suffice, I would say. And that costs like what, 800 now? Something like that. So my main concern is now the point of touch for the base. So we still need to maintain the spectral connection, right? And I don't want it to seem like he will be like touching the base too much. So the way how I solve it with the wizard is the base, right? And the other one which sorry, base, the stuff, and the other one which does not have stuff is something like this. So we can maybe somehow replicate it. Now I will sculpt them so the whole sculpt is kind of light. That means that we'll save a lot of weight by making him kind of hollow. So it should hold him properly. And maybe other one, we will sculpt him connecting some crumbled pillar or maybe grave or something. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Now let's gut him. Let's gut him and hollow him furthermore. Maybe. Another topic, did you start a new TRT cycle? You look bigger. Yeah, well, I cannot call it TRT anymore since I am in the like a contest prep. So yeah, what I'm doing now is a proper cycle, be it like a baby dose, so I'm not exceeding 500 milligrams a week total. So yeah, I still keep it somehow healthy, but yeah, I added two, well, technically 3 different compounds, so I'm not sure if I can talk about it here, but I added like 20 milligrams a day of good old D-bol and 20 milligrams of Anna, you know what, and I've added 3 units of growth, and that's basically it. But it's reacting as hell. My receptors are fresh after years of like having vacation from androgens, and the prep is going well. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. How I feel, if you're asking, I do not quite enjoy being back on gear like mentally, because it's changing your mind a lot, right? And I can't say I enjoy it. However, Today, by the way, I received a message from the like a president well, it was from my trainer from my coach who talked with the president of the organization, and they basically allowed me to compete on the world championship in October in a bicep curl, so I'm officially qualified, which is great. So yeah, I'm going for the title, bro. I want to be a world champion. So deadlift for now is just a middle stage. And the main creme de la creme of this year will be the bicep curl, the strict bicep curl. Aren't you afraid of depression? Well, no. There is like the anxiety increased on a cycle. That's true, but depression, no. It's like the training is curing that a lot. You know, I hope it doesn't affect you as much as people. No, well, the main source of like depression on cycle on people is when they go off. But since I will be staying on TRT forever, that's not much to change. I'm actually looking forward for October so I can go back to my standard dose of 160 mgs of test. And this is actually where I feel the best, because it's still somehow almost slightly higher than the levels which you had in the puberty, during the puberty, so your body feels almost like a normal, mind feel almost normal. And that's basically where I'm getting like the most mental benefits. And right now it's these, I forgot how person feels on a cycle, so there's like a lot of self-reflection needed, because you're thinking differently. You can be kind of arrogant, you know, and out of reality, so I strictly need to keep myself like down. You know what I don't enjoy now? I don't enjoy that much eating, because I literally like eat every 2 hours now, because I'm going up to weight. I already gained like 6 kilos in the span of 6 weeks. I now weigh almost 90, not almost, more than 94 kilo, and I eat a lot, and my body hurts like hell from all these workouts. Like Friday we were deadlifting, and that session was almost 3 hours long, and it's brutal. Those trainings are brutal. Imagine I was the main set, it went like that. So warm up with 70 kilos, then warm up with 120 kilos, then warm up with 170 kilos. That's warm up for reps, and then I was maxing 230, like no straps, 230 for 2. Then next set was 235 for 2, again no straps, and then we went 6 sets, 200 kg for 5 reps. That's a brutal one. Then immediately like go to squat rack and squat for 5 sets, and then do pull-ups, like weighted pull-ups, so additional weight, like, how to say it, like a broad, with broad arms, and then extensions and stuff. So this is what I'm really not used to, and now after years of like training every day, I like incorporated 2 rest days during the week, because it's too brutal. And it's sore, but yeah, you gotta do whatever it takes to do. Yeah, I'm going for that record, man. I want to be world champion. I have to do it. Yes, sure, but they work pay us. Yeah, Back to puberty, yeah, if the wind blow, the flag will be up. Dude, this is another thing. The libido is just unbearable. It's... Dude. My wife complains a lot. And it's distracting, it's super distracting. And I actually I had to lower the test dose from 250, I went back to 200. Because like the first 2 weeks were like literally unbearable. It was too much. Now this might seem like a baby doses when you compare it with like the bodybuilder cycles, but I was always fortunate that my body reacted well to low doses. I never like went to high doses. Actually, I never exceeded more than 500 mgs a week, even in my like cycling prime. But yeah, as the body hyper responds to low doses when positively, then the same things for the negative ones. So also the side effects manifest during the low doses. Alright, so we have something like this. Now I'm like shaping his spectral half body form. I hope that's the only thing she's angry about. Yeah. No, yeah, it's... she told me like I should behave appropriately to my age. That I'm not 20 anymore. I said, well, enjoy while you can. And first time in my life I'm trying like GH. I'm only on like 3 units. However, I felt it like immediately, and I enjoy the benefits, the sleep as well. I am like, from my father's side, genetically, I'm a bad sleeper in terms of, it's hard for me to fall asleep. I still keep my 7 to 8 hours sleep, like religiously, that's true. But the falling asleep has been difficult, and now with like GH it's way better, way better. But once the competition is over, I'm coming off. I'm going back to my standard TRT dose. That is what I'm like benefiting the most. Because thing is, like many people don't realize it, but like cycle, or let's call it super creatine, right? Yeah, from now on we shall call it super creatine. So the super creatine is very dopaminergic, so it increases your dopamine, both release and sensitivity, so your motivation and everything is up, you are really driven. However, it's like cutting down the serotonin, so as an artist it has this weird like feeling that you are very motivated to do stuff, however you cannot quite enjoy it that much as you should be. Like I normally felt that way. Yeah, we spoke about it, like the art is cursed, right? But now it's even like more pronounced. So this is what I'm looking forward when I will come off, that it will like revert back to its stage. And for that actually I need to take like supplements. I take L-tryptophan in form of 5-HTP, which is 5-hydroxytryptophan, which is like the main precursor of serotonin. So I have it like semi-normal, but I still felt. Hey Core! How's it doing, buddy? And I actually started to enjoy watching Olympics, and when I started to work, I had blessed with dude. The first half year was awesome. I got like, wow, 16 kg of muscle. I just love it. But after a while, it was depleted. Of course, I was thinking to, yeah, this is like the main thing about gear, is that this is what I recommend to people. Like if they want to like go into this forbidden side at least compete, like do it for the sport performance, because it's not long-term related. Either you go on like TRT for the rest of your life and you cycle, you blast and cruise, or if you just cycle and you come off, well, everything will be gone. Basically, you will not hold anything. Like the longer you are off, the quicker or more your body reverts to its like pre-cycle stage. So all those gains are just borrowed. And this is the thing why, this is the main problem where many people cannot deal with it mentally, and they like fall into the spiral of increasing doses and stuff. So you have to be really like, you have to have strong mind to not being like warped by body dysmorphia. So for me actually, I kind of don't care about the visage. So even right now my belly is like growing, I'm like growing power belly. And I don't mind, because I'm now results focused, right? So I now train for power, and I don't care if my abs will be gone, even though I eat clean. Well, again, I don't care. I don't care how I look, how much muscle I have. I just want to go and get that record. But not many people can deal with this, right? With these changes. I like what Dorian Yates, his mindset was like, they asked him like, you really like after going retiring from bodybuilding, you just quit taking and lose all the muscle and you were normal with it? And I said, yeah. He became world champion, like 6 times Mr. Olympia. To me, in my eyes, best bodybuilder ever lived. That's my personal opinion. And he just had no problem going back and go on with his life and do something else. And this is like the iron within and iron without mentality. And I'm fortunate enough that I am kind of the same, that I can like deal with that. So. I started at 64 kg, 3.5 body fat, and ended up with 80 kg. Wow! Like 80 kg with 5.5 body fat is insane. That's insane lean. It's like a competition level lean. That's awesome. I also started to enjoy watching Olympics. Started when I used to lead. Yeah, now I'm the way how my Instagram algorithm works. I finally enjoy it, because it was replaced with weightlifting videos from the current Olympics, and I start enjoying, and I enjoy women weightlifting. So finally I have some good stuff on my algorithm. I'm looking forward for the Enhanced Games, which will be next year. So this is like a personal projects of a few millionaires, where they basically are making their own Olympics, but with an enhanced athletes. So this is what I look for. Because personally, like, my opinion is that you should be able, or the athletes should be able to use PEDs, and there should be a distinction for the natural athletes, like it's in the natural bodybuilding, and like enhanced. And because me personally, I want to see what the human body is really capable of, and there's a really hard to draw a line what is like really performance enhancing and to ban it, and what is not. And as long as the athlete is maintaining their health, so they are not, how to say it, they are not pushing their body to such extreme doses that it's really like borderline before cardiac arrest or the kidney failures. I would love it, and I'm actually looking forward to see what is like the enhanced possibility of enhanced athletes on such conditions. When I was expecting a 15 swim height in a single summer, comparing to that, the pain was the same. Oh yeah. I really like the hair rule, gentle German giant. Marcus Rule was awesome. I was fortunate enough that I met him on Bodybuilding Expo in Austria when I was 14 or 15. It was in the times when like I was like beginner in like bodybuilding and gym, and it was a great event in life for me. And Marcus Rule was the biggest human being I've ever seen in my life. He was so big. You would not imagine how big he is. His shoulder, I literally not kid you, his one shoulder was as big as a football. It's like insanely large. Like photos and videos does not do him justice of how monstrous he was. And as you say, very gentle, smiling, was awesome. And he was one of those who were doing it like healthily, I can say, because he's still around, he's still big, and he's still rocking. Well, he's not competing, of course, but he did his thing in his prime. He competed, he conquered the bodybuilding world, he won the Night of Champion, which is like one of the most prestige bodybuilding show, and he retired and he's healthy, and like what more you can expect, what more you can get. Kudos to him. I had the opportunity to meet Marcus and... Oh yeah, you too? Guy was so down to earth. And he's fun, like Chris cracking jokes. I love Marcus, he was awesome. Man, those were the times, guys, those were the times where from 1996 to, let's say, 2005, 2006 was the golden age of bodybuilding. Now I don't really enjoy watching bodybuilding that much, because I don't quite like their attitude and even their shapes and forms. I like how they train, I like how Dorian Yates train, how Marcus Rule train, how Ronnie Coleman trained, like hardcore, not literally. I know, bodybuilding is about the aesthetics and muscle, so there's no point of them like lifting heavy weights, but still, this is my personal opinion. I like when the big guys training heavy, such as Dorian or Marcus, but now, these days, it's very rare. And I mean, it's reasonable and logical for them not to train heavy if they can like build muscle without risking injury from the smaller weight, but I don't like it that way. So we have like a throw with holes. I will punctuate his back, and then we will like file those holes, smoothen them, and then change their shape, so it looks properly like a ghost. And of course we need to make his hammer differently. Depends what kind of weapon will I give him? Well, we're gonna give him a hammer. At least one troll has to have a big hammer, but then I will like go to the aesthetics of them having like these huge sights, or yeah, sight is good. Let's see how deep I gutted him. And guys, this is when we will print them. Notice, since this is like hollowed and it looking like a ghost and wraith, that it will save so much resin. It will save so much resin, and it's awesome. So tomorrow, I hope everyone will be here, because we'll be painting, finally start painting the Skaven set. I will bring one or two pieces in my studio, along with in this streaming studio, along with the airbrush, and we'll go and paint and have a blast. I don't know, guys, if you see, but today I posted on Instagram how the Temple of Greenhorn Rod, the last piece, the centerpiece, along with the statue which we sculpted on the stream 1 week ago, how it looks like. So it's all assembled and it's ready to be painted. and primed. Okay, we do one hole here. One more hole here. And since this is a troll and I did already chains on that wailing troghool, this one could have the chains as well coming from his body. So that's what we're gonna do. Think of a, guys, think of a weapon with chains incorporated. I am accepting, how to say it, ideas. So I'm thinking you've seen how the gnolls in Warcraft universe has this like a flail mace with like a long handle, then thick chain and something on it from the other side. So that maybe we can do. That maybe we can do. Why not? Why not? So yeah, one hole here. One hole here. What about the spear? Could be, but isn't troll too damp to hold the spear? I know the hammer is the golden standard for the troll because he's like a large blunt object and he can smash with it. Big dude, now you ever made creek or Acadian trench track? Of course, yeah. I appreciate it, man. Check my Instagram. I have there. I did Dead Corpse of Creek modular terrain, as you said, with the trenches. So it's a 4-part, 1 meter times 1 meter, so like a big square, and with 4 pieces, and the trenches were there. Let me show you. Let me show you. Hope I will find it somewhere. Conference. That's not here. Maybe. Oh yeah. Found it. Look. This is the scenic shot from that terrain piece. So all this is handmade. All this is like terrain. This is the trench, right? All the sandbags. It was back in times when I did not have 3D printers. Well, heck, it was in the times where 3D printers probably didn't even exist, like readily available for people. So each of these sandbags were sculpted by hand. It's actually way easier than it looks like. So yeah, that's it. And on my Instagram I have more pictures of that, so feel free to go and browse. That was an enjoyable project. So when I'm on, well, thank you. When I'm on a quest or on a job of making terrain set, I like to get into the theme while making it. So each time when I'm like doing terrain, for example, right now we are working on the Skaven set, and so all I did was like listen to Skaven lore, and I like to like be in that atmosphere, if you know what I mean. And during that time, I was listening when I was like doing that particular creek terrain. I was listening to a lot of like actual our history of World War I and the trench warfare, along with the 40k lore of Creek, and I was like really into it. It was amazing. Guys, like World War I was brutal as fuck. I was like, deeper I get into like the actual events, what happened in World War I, like it's incredibly brutal. Like my mind could not comprehend how hard it could have, like it must be. Like take one, for example, this particular event. You know what White Friday is? I'm sure you know, but for those who don't know, White Friday was an unfortunate tragedy which happens on Friday the 13th in 1916 in Alps, where the giant avalanche triggered by the fighting. Yeah, you heard it. Like there was like way up in Alps in the mountains. They were fighting. Like that is incredible. That is incomprehensible. Let alone like they were up there in the freezing cold weather, like fighting. So they triggered a giant avalanche. Well, presumably they triggered it, and it killed like 10,000 soldiers on one day. It was incredible tragedy. So yeah, that was really sad. We played D&E and I thought about the new character was 0 intelligence but the strongest, and you know about the sword, what is in the stone. He would say, yeah, that's an awesome idea. Yeah, we could do it on one of the minis. So, sword with a stone. Yeah, that could be it. But I need to fetch for one troll which has like 3 arms, because unfortunately this model had like already merged arms. So I'm sure I will find one with the separate arms. The world changed so much because of it. It was kind of war because of the Gatling guns and cannons fighting from fort was no longer a thing. Yeah, and also think about the chemical warfare, like all these nasty, like chemical weapons which were used. That's a bummer, really. We are living at such like peaceful times compared to what our ancestors had to go through. So this is always when I'm like bitching about something from this age, I snapped into realization that I told myself to shut the fuck up and think about what our ancestors had to go through, and we had to be grateful that actually our presence is literally paid in blood and sweat of our ancestors. So that helps me to stop complaining, because it's a quick reality check. When war on Ukraine started, it was actually during the times when I had like my dopamine detox. So once or twice a year I have this thing called like dopamine detox, where I am like abstaining from social media and anything and everything, basically to somehow reset my or lower the tolerance. And in that particular time, and also during the detox, I am like questing myself that I'm only allowed to read the books or watch documentaries. But this is the only thing what I can do. Like I'm not able to use phone or any other thing, play games, you know, that just not even Warhammer. So only I'm working on commissions, but not my projects. And back in that time, so I'm not going off the topic, I tasked myself to like go and learn about World War II like properly. So a whole week I was watching documentaries, and it was insane. Actually, I learned a lot during that week. I learned more than like during the 8 years on gymnasium on the school. So I like to get into the details. Yeah, tell him. In the front of World War I was insanity. It also tragic how long it took to command the figure out. The only thing to do is dig and wait, because the fighting in Alps was a dumb idea. Yeah, dude, can you imagine that you would be like deployed in on the mountain in the cold, where back then where the technology was like no heaters, no, all they did, they can like have this, I think they had this gasoline heaters, so all they could do is like turn that on, but not every soldier was fortunate enough to was into near proximity of it, so they were literally freezing balls. But fighting on the mountain. This is insane. It's insane. Like, be it that you are not even fighting, like you are just deployed there and waiting in that freezing cold, in the where the air is thick, right? So your whole breathing is like problematic. Still, when I watch videos from Ukraine, I don't really know what is more terrifying or having kamikaze drones. Just, yeah, that's scary. Scary. Glad that you mention it. Still have some PTSD after session of Battlefield 1. Well, yeah. This is the scary thing about like nowadays modern warfare is the idea of like a drone blowing you up out of nowhere. You just hear that this boom. You are Pepsi. That's scary, right? And what is scarier is that like probably the one who is operating the drone is like some nerdy kid with the glasses behind the radar doing that too. But yeah, that's creepy as fuck. So that's why I think in this day and age, like having full soldiers is not a bright idea or not any like useful during the age of like warfare. Like to have wars at the first place on this day and age is stupid as hell. I was hoping that humanity is far behind that, but at least let the robots fight. Like build robots, like deploy them on some field where there is no like civil population and let them square it. Build the titans and let them fuck each other up. And you can start to use AI control drones. Whoa. Damn. So that is scary as well. Like that is scary as fuck when you think about it. That literally like AI has the power to operate. This is so like power to operate such a killing machine. Damn. I really hope that me and well, fuck me, I don't care about me, but my kids will never experience like war. Like that has to be like really terrible. I like to stick, when it comes to war, I like to just play games and that's it. That's the closest I want to be when it comes to war. Right. We have a few whaling holes on our troll. Let us smooth it out a bit. And now we can like switch to weapon. Maybe we'll texture his upper parts. Yeah, I wanted to do the chain. Look what This is the whaling fanatic. So I like to give him some chains also. Chains are cool. Do I have any template? Whaling fanatic 2 pillar. I think not, so we have to sculpt it from the scratch. Oh, that's okay. Chains are not hard to sculpt. So let me finish with... Okay, I'll smooth this out as well. So we have this transition. The idea behind these holes and maintaining the texture on some part is to have these like smooth transition between his like former cracked troll skin and his like, spectral form. So it's fluently going to that transition. Also, I'm thinking reshaping the head. So this model will have connection point to a base from here, from this flame. But the other one, I'd like to maybe him being like holding some kind of pillar or piece of terrain. So we have like different these connection points. Oh, that's too strong. I like to... Oh no. Wrong brush. I'll do the folds brush. Folds brush. No, it's not good. No. More... Let me do this. This one is better. And maybe we will like smooth it out on some places. Yeah, I don't want them to be like too static on one place. So the idea of him to be like floating on top of the terrain is better. Something like I did with the other goo. So we do at least one with this, since we started already. And for some reason, by the way, a little bit off topic, but today Streamlabs did not allow me to stream on TikTok. I don't know why. They tell me that it's like somehow I lost the streaming key or something. It never happens before. So I had to look into that. So make him more, how to say it, more texture variant. My dog just woke up and he's looking on me with the sad eyes. Shh. He should be asleep now. Okay, let me just look at the, for example, wizard as reference. So we did this flame. Yeah, okay, I know what to do now. So let us like reshape the... Should we make more connections between the model and the base? It will be sitting on, kind of looks like the easy. Oh no, it's gonna be okay, don't worry, because resin is very durable, and since he's hollowed, as you can see, it's gonna be very light. So this connection point, it's okay, it will last. Let me just... This one will be actually like, I should call it like a smaller unit. It's a standard troll on 50mm base. And since it's hollowed, it's gonna be fine. Let me just move this like a fire. Also, I want these this spectral whatever's. Go probably more up. No, that's weird. Let this one sink down. And maybe he can have... can move his upper body like this. And how about him carrying a gravestone? That's nice. Gravestone or cross or something. Now lore-wise it seems kinda crazy, guys, if you think about it, for like troll being buried, right? However, why not? It looks cool. So either coffin, cross or tombstone. They can carry on his back, but that can be like sculpted extra. That's a good thing about it. That it can be sculpted extra. Since I want to make like more versions of it, and it's so we need more versions of that. So we will change the coffin with a what you call it, with a cross and with a tombstone. So we have these, and maybe we'll punctuate his arm as well, so he will be like spectrifying, if that's even a word, on a few more sides. So let's do the hand. Let's punctuate his hand and make a hole inside. And the other version of this will be floating in the air, and the connection point will be crumbled pillar. Something similar I did with the Wailing Trogul, the big one. Generate. Let me flatten this a bit. Now, too bad I did not get the model with the flexible arms, because I was stupid when I was sculpting it and did not save it. I usually save everything what I do also as an OBG with the parts, and for this time I did not do it for some stupid reason, so shame. But it's no problem to sculpt him from the scratch again. It's just a little nuisance, however, it's doable. So one hole for the arm, the other one will be maybe here. Hello, Nemorius. I can't choose, brother. Chills, bro. I'm glad you're here. No worries, you can rewatch it anytime, bro. Well, it's summer. It's like the overall activity on YouTube is almost 60% lower in general everywhere. So it's people are all around the place, and frankly my productivity like during these heats is really shit. Also, my kids have holidays, you know. Even if I want to like work faster and more productively, I just can't, because I'm not able to do the task properly. It's like my mind is all over the place due to heat. It's like the overall discomfort produced by these temperatures. It's simply impossible to like be that productive. I don't know about you guys. Tell me how you feel during these heats. That if your productivity suffers or not. How is it with the hobby? How are you hobbying during these heats? Are you able to do something, or you are taking break during the summer from your hobby, like painting and stuff. Because yeah, such weather also affects these things, because your paints dry faster, you know, and it's overall causing discomfort. And you are more tired during these heats. It's tiring. So yeah, the chains will be there, will be present, both from his wristbands and maybe from the top. It's still time, we will think of something. We will think of something. So first I will do these holes. Because more holes, believe it or not, guys, the more holes I make, the more durable and sturdier the model will be. Because instead of one thick connection point, it will have two, so if one breaks, the other one will hold. And the hollowed models are overall sturdier than not hollowed ones. Also because they are way lighter. And also do the connection points. Since I haven't touched my miniature since the start of June, it starts something. The next thing I see are droplets of sweat. Yeah, that's true. I'm trying to paint and I have inspiration, but the heat is inflicting my paints, and this sucks. During the record heat waves, my palette dried like 20 minutes. Yeah, that's true. It's a very important thing you mentioned, Core, that the paints dry fast, and it affects your paints heavily, especially when like you are pretty advanced painter, so that affects you really hard. And I feel the same way. Like also when the contrast paints start to dry faster and they change consistency, and you have to like thin them, but you cannot thin them with water. You have to have this special medium for it. Or well, you can use a thinner, but it's not working its intended way. So yeah, we're gonna give him something on the back. So either gravestone, cross, or coffin. Coffin. No. Yeah, the connection point, I will change it a bit to go a little bit inwards and go like flame tail, so these spectral flames are going kind of behind him. Now, let me just quickly make this mental check of the chains, where there will be. So I like few of them be here on his wrists, or maybe from his shoulders. Also, of course, we need to like do the connection point with the head properly. Yeah, what I do right now, I will save this as a template. Where are we? Template. Thank you very much for sub. Now, let's check if it's saved properly. I think it did. Alright, dobra. So, import a hammer. We can like reuse the The one mace which we did for Nurgle, because it's thematically is... Where is weapons here? Thematically it's pretty similar, and it's like very troll-ish. So I can delete these and reuse this hammer. I think, guys, I will upload all the weapons which I sculpted throughout my years to my Patreon, just the single weapons, and if anyone have use for them, can like freely use it for the miniatures. But it would be better to sculpt them with the hands, don't you think? Well, that went cool. Nah, it's too big. Yeah, that's better. Okay, that is better. Now what we're gonna do is connect his head. First, let's change the shape of a head for a bit, so it's not the same with. Okay. It says I need surgery right now. I'm recording sick leave from job. I have to do something not to go insane. My kids also have holidays right now. Yeah, kids during the holidays, they are tough things to handle. Because yeah, they require a lot of attention. Yeah, we made him Giga Chat Chin. Why not? Let's deepen the wailing circles. I'm still not decided if I'll make them glowing eyes or not, because red contrasts really nice with the blue. But yeah, that requires a further thought. I'm not decided yet. So let's merge the head with the torso. We'll do the seam, and then we maybe can go and do the chains. Now this week here in Slovakia it will be 35 degrees. They announce in the forecast, so another week of pure hell. 35 is a fucking lot. It's a tough thing to handle. One like positive thing about this heat is that 3D printing is flawless, since resin is above 30 degrees every time, even though you're having like a GK2 which is heating the resin. It's 35, it's almost impossible to fail. So at least something is positive about it. Okay, now deepen the hole here. Let's do it with this brush. So we want to make him as much hollow as possible. And especially it's excruciatingly exhausting when you like bring your kids to pool and you're spending whole day on the sun. It's more exhausting than having like a hardcore workout. The sun is literally sucking the energy out of you. Okay, so these. Okay, this seems pretty nice. And the other version of troll will be more with the hanging jaw. Also, I will do the openings in there. Cheers, guys. Magnesium water. So, about the chain. Okay, let's connect this connection here. So we do the troll scales. So it's united. Well, that seems about right. Now the chains. Maybe smoothen this even more. Because we'll be purely oil washing it with the blue wash on a white primer. And once I will be like sweeping that, I want it to be smooth. Let's fetch this wizard. Wailing wizard number 2. And I'm gonna break him apart and export his spiked collar. Oh no, he does not have it. Which one was having it? This one. Still no. The first one. Not even this one. Which one of them had? It was the Nurgle one. Sorry for this intermission. But I'm searching for the model with the spiked collar so I don't have to sculpt. No. It was not this. Ah, okay. Oh yeah, I know now. So it's Wailing Ghoul template is the name. Wailing Ghoul template. Oh yeah, this one has the chains as well. Great. So I don't have to sculpt the chains from the scratch. Oh, this one have a crown. This one have a crown too. So let's break him into pieces and export a few essential bits. Come on. This will get a little bit laggy. Come on. All right. So I need this, this, and this. Okay, I also need crown, no. What else? Well, that's about it. So I can delete everything else. Set origin and put this spike collar on his wrists along with the chains. Now metallic parts will be painted in the grimdark metallics. However, all his body will be wraith form. So let me fit it in place. Just something like this. Okay, now duplicate it and put it on his other arm as well. I'm looking forward when the summer ends and the autumn will arrive. So this is the most productive time for me. I don't know about you guys, but it's like the golden mine for ideas during the autumn. And the productivity is awesome too. Okay, we have it. Now that's cool. This is cool now. Let me now. Oh, not here. Let me readjust the sides on his arms to not overlap with the collar. Okay, this is nice. Now let's do the other arm. Okay. This is cool. Let me save it. Let's save what we have. Roll ghost number 1. And now let's play with this connection point in here. So this connection point can a bit expand to the side. I think. No. I like it how it was before. So go all the way back. Even more. Let's keep it as it is for now. And yeah, what we're gonna do now is to wrap the chains around his shoulders so we break the monotony of his hollowed body. So put the chains in here. Thank you very much for sub. yeah, we'll do this circle of the chains here. So we'll gently wrap it around his arms. And also separately I need to sculpt his the cross or the tombstone, so he'll have it on his back. So like this now. Let's see how it will look like. If it even makes sense, I don't know how it will look like. This. Or we don't even need to like wrap it all the way up. We can just leave the chain hanging from each side. Let's sculpt something like a sharp blade or something like that. Or a skull maybe? I don't know yet. So he's here. Maybe one more. Because on the throat ghoul I have this triangle, almost like a blade, hanging from the end of the chains. But this can be a bit different. Okay, let's copy it. Medical's mushroom growing out on him. Yeah, maybe that could work. Let's adore his other arm with this chain. Look at this. Okay, now yeah, that's better. And rotate it to the other side. That could work. It could work. Let me see if I have the... I already sculpted in the past the coffin for the undead troll. Do I have it somewhere? Maybe here. I know I had that model. Let me check my cult's profile. It should be. I think I posted it here. No, I don't know. Okay, we can deal with it later. For now, this has to do as it is. Export STL Troll Ghost. And we will do a preview. Let's see if it's saved properly. Did it? Yeah, seems like yes. So this is our first troll out of many that will come. For now, until I decide what he will be bearing on his back. So cross, coffin, or tombstone. Sigvard, this is so cool. Did you make these parts acid yourself? They're just pre-made acids that you're putting together. Yeah, I made everything I made myself. I'm reusing assets from my older projects. However, everything what you see was made by me, either now or a bit in the past. For example, the main body of the troll is part of. Let me show you. This is my cults page where I sell my models, and the body of the troll is like based on these. So we are ghostifying them. So today what we did is like to change his body, to cut off their legs, like gouge their eyes, and work with these assets. And also the chains are part from the models I sculpted last week, and the hammer is from the Nurgle stuff I sculpted a few streams ago, 2 weeks ago, I guess. So yeah, wow, respect, looks super cool. Well, thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. Guys, now it's time for me to go to my studio and clean the 3D printer because it's finished. So we'll wrap it up today, and tomorrow we continue. So tomorrow 9:15 in the evening, as usual. But tomorrow we're gonna be painting the Skaven set. So we will be painting terrain. I will have it for tomorrow whole day. I will be priming the set, so it's ready. And in the evening we are painting it. So yeah, guys, as usual, thank you very much, all of you who've been here. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and I see you in the next one. Bye for now.